I'm Dr. Spiker Davis, and I'm a dental lab technician, I'm a cosmetic dentist, and I'm a digital smile designer right here in Houston, Texas by the Galleria. And today I wanted to answer one of our questions, and we get it a lot. And the question is it painful to get porcelain veneers? So we need to talk about that because there's two ways to do porcelain veneers. Number one, there's no shots, there's no grinding, there's no pain, there's no nothing. We just glue the veneers onto the front of your teeth. The second way to do veneers, and this is what most dentists do, is they grind a little bit off the front of your teeth because they don't use a master lab technician, and so the veneers are thick. So if they just glued them on the front of your teeth would look really thick. So to make up for that, they grind off the front of your teeth so that when they put the veneer on there, now they don't look thick. Now they're beautiful and they look good, but when you do it that way, first of all, you got to have shots. Second of all, there's a lot of grinding. And then you have to leave with some temporary veneers while they go make the permanent veneers. So if you're following the second method of making porcelain veneers, in other words, you're going to have grinding, there's a risk of some potential pain. But in general, it's not much different than having a filling or a crown or something along those lines. So is it painful? No, not really in most cases. But if you do it with no grinding and no shots and you just glue the veneers on, there's no pain at all. This is the most simple thing you've ever had done. And so it's beautiful, it's simple, it's easy. You just have to make sure that you're using a dentist that knows how to do really thin veneers and that he can do it without the shots and without the grinding. So the question is it painful to have porcelain veneers? With method one, no, it's not painful at all. With option two or method two with some grinding, okay, there's some potential. You're definitely going to have some shots. You're definitely going to have some grinding. So if in general that bothers you, then okay, you might have some discomfort. But otherwise, it's not much different than having a crown or a filling as far as the pain is involved. Now, I've got a model that I'd like to show you, and it's going to show you what that would look like with the grinding. So what I wanted to show you was how a porcelain veneer is done. Most dentists do porcelain veneers with grinding. So if you had a crown done, they grind all the way around the entire tooth and they shorten it so that the crown can fit over it. If they do a porcelain veneer, they're just grinding off the front of the tooth, so they don't grind on the back and they don't do much grinding in between. So this is a porcelain veneer on the tooth where they've just shaved off the front of the tooth and not the back. And then they make a thin little porcelain veneer that fits right over the front of that. And so it's like a partial crown. So that's the way most dentists do veneers. And so there is some potential to have some soreness, some tenderness, some minor pain, similar to if you had a crown or a filling. So the question for today is it painful to have porcelain veneers? And I'm saying basically no. But if you were going to have any pain, it's when you have grinding. So as we saw on the model, if you have some grinding, your teeth will look a little different. They're a little peg or a little shaved down. So sometimes that can create pain. But in general, no. Porcelain veneers are not painful, and especially if they're done with no grinding and no shots like we do every day. So if you have questions about porcelain veneers, please give us a call. We'd be glad to discuss that with you. 713-781-2800. Thanks.